Hi, it's Yana. Welcome to another speed build. Today we are doing lilsimsie's latest shell challenge, which was called Justice for Cowplants. And I think she wanted it to get trending on the gallery, and if I understood correctly, it did. So this is my attempt at the shell, and this was really, really hard because most of it is on a diagonal, and especially the stairs, all the roofing was really hard. But I went with the very traditional looking suburban family home, which I called a colorful family home. On the outside it's very neutral toned, but the interior is so colorful. I imagine that like a happy family lives here. It's definitely catered for family. So lots of colors, happy colors. I think there's yellow, orange, blue, green, all that. And you know, on the outside I messed quite a bit with this. My whole video material for this was like almost 4 hours. And I really tried to, you know, not make it too long. And I spent almost 10 hours editing it. so it took me like 2 days to do that, but now it's finally finished. I hope it's not too edited, or if you know what I mean. I'm very new at this editing thing. I have no background with it at all, so I just kind of went in and thought maybe I will learn as I do. And so far I think it looks fine, but just let me know if it's like too fast, if there's things cut, because I did, like, when you search for an item in the catalog, I did cut those out because they took such a long time and I was so indecisive with this build. I didn't really know what I was looking for. I didn't have a plan when I went into this, but I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I did cheat here and there with the floor planning, because there were these very awkward corners, so I kind of just filled them out because it was a nightmare, to be honest. But yeah, so this is quite a big house. It has 4 bedrooms. There could have been 5, but I used one of the rooms upstairs to make a playroom. It has kids room for 2 kids, 1 teenager, like very pink princessy kind of room. Downstairs there's the master suite with its own bathroom, and there's only 2 bathrooms. 1 upstairs and 1 for the master suite, but I kind of thought it could be fun gameplay wise if you had like children. They were like, if you're telling a story and they're kind of like fighting over the bathroom all the time. And plus there's also a baby room, like a nursery, and no room for the toddler. So I thought if you want to play with this house, you can always change the playroom or the nursery into a toddler room. But also if you play with a baby and it ages up, then you can change the baby room to be suitable for a toddler. It does have a potty there, but that's just for the looks, you know. There's not a lot of items in this game for a nursery, so you have to just kind of be creative or play, because the babies are items. They don't actually do anything but lie in the crib. It's called a crib, right? Yeah, I think so. So, you know, the items aren't actually usable, but you'll see when we get there. I should have focused on the exterior right now. So I do the front yard first, and I do the backyard last. Now I just go in and make sure that I can actually do a floor plan. I cut a lot of this out, a lot. I had to play around with it so much, and there you saw one of those my ways to cut corners, literally, because there's another time upstairs here just next to the nursery room, because the roof was clipping. So here you see. I think that's maybe kind of cheating, but it didn't bother me when I was actually building. I didn't notice those dark places that much, you know. So yeah, now I'm going to do the kitchen. this took me a long time. I really love how this turned out. I love the colors. It's like light blue and yellow, very homey, I think, big. There's a big island in the middle with 2 seats and dining table as well. I think it's very suitable for kind of like happy family gameplay. You know, everybody can fit into the kitchen. There's also a door to the backyard from the kitchen as well as from the living room. And here I used a very low fence type of thing to kind of like add a, I'm not sure what it's called in English, but you know, one of those, I actually don't know, so I shouldn't have said anything, but yeah, that white one there. And Sims can walk over it, so it shouldn't be a problem during gameplay. And yeah, what else? So I started with the kitchen, and that kind of set me on my color theme. I think yellow is almost in every place on this house except for two of the kids' rooms, or one of the kids' rooms and one of the teens. But yeah, I just love this color combination, and then I tried to use it in the living room as well, but I found this couch that has orange and kind of a mint green teal kind of color instead of blue. So I do have still the yellow there, but it kind of changes into this more greenish color there. But yeah, I think the kitchen is soon done. I had to place some of the items from the outside on the windowsill here because this window is weird. The wall kind of still exists, so you can't really place things on top of that windowsill from the interior. So you have to go outside and then move the items where you want them to be, which is kind of hard because you don't really see where you're putting them behind the window, but you know, when you kind of mess with it for a while, then it worked out. And here I'm doing a small deck, very simple. I'm start placing the things on the backyard, but I don't finish it here. I just make sure that I have the decks, and I would have wanted to like lift this house up a lot more, but because it's on a because it's on a diagonal, you can place stairs on a diagonal, and that's I'm so sad. It makes life so much easier if we could place things on diagonal. Also, the same thing is with like kitchen counters and other tables and stuff. So if you put a white cabinet or countertop on a diagonal, it gets, you know, this very weird shadow. Like here you can see I tried the white side table, but it didn't work out because the shadow was just too much for me. So yeah, now we're in the living room. I really tried to use blue, but like you can see, I said before, I went with this greener tone, like a minty color. And yeah, I really like how this came out as well. I used this rug from Discover University, this one, which I don't think I've ever used this swatch in a build before. So it's like, this is when I was certain that I'm gonna do like a colorful family home. This looks so happy, so bright, and I can just imagine like the family that is living here. So you can fit 2 adult Sims and I think 4 kids all together. So it's quite a big family. And if you turn one of the rooms, the playroom, into another bedrooms, you could have 6 Sims living here. And yeah, so after I'm finished with this, right now I'm doing this kind of a customized like table setting. I thought it would be cute if this is the family computer space where the kids can do their homeworks. I cluttered this up quite a lot, and I really like how it turned out. I do add another office here, but I was thinking it's kind of like a more hobby room, or if the adults have to do some work stuff at home, you know, the kids kind of internet, what they're doing there can be monitored if they use the laptop, if they use the computer here. But if you need some space, then you could, you know, as an adult, go work in the other room, which is right off from this living room too. So yeah, and I don't think there can ever be, you know, enough computers in The Sims for in a house. I usually just place one, but it's like, you know, they all Sims always seem to want to use a computer to get their fun up or troll the internet, I don't know. So yeah, now this is a very, very weird shaped entryway, yeah, hallway, entryway. And I tried to mess with the shoes and stuff. I wanted there to be a place where you can sit, the kids can like put their shoes on, and a mirror. There's no how do you call them, wardrobe or anything here, but I put these hanging shelves with the clothes above the bench, and another sofa. Now I'm doing the bathroom. I did cut out the other one, but it's pretty much the same except for the upstairs bathroom, the kids' bathroom. There's a shower and tub combo because I think that's just useful with the kids. But I thought if I put just a tub for the master suite, it's kind of luxurious. I don't know how to say that word. But I hope you get what I mean. You know, luxury in life, the little things, bubble bath after a hard day and stuff. And I really love this color scheme that I went with the master suite, like yellow and purple. I think it works so well, and this bed is definitely one of my favorites. I think many of the swatches that bed has are really good, and yeah, I think this room is pretty much done. Yeah, we're moving into the office. It's very small, but there's like the art stuff, a bookcase, and a chess table, which I'm really happy about because I always tend to put the chess outside. Like, it doesn't look normal to me. Like, if imagine your house or my house or anyone's house, I don't typically see like chess tables like that anywhere. Maybe you have a like board that you can put away and then take out when you want to play. So it just doesn't feel natural to me to have one inside. But now I had the room for it, and I'm happy about that. And this is the twins, or not necessarily twins, but two kids' bedroom. I went kind of sporty. There's a football and some football posters as well. And then I moved on to the girls' bedroom. So I imagined this one to be the eldest of the children, girl or a boy, I don't care. But definitely a little bit spoiled. You know, they're the firstborn, and you know, they got the big room upstairs, and you know, they have a sofa, they have their own TV and all that stuff. And I put a mic here and also a guitar, so I imagine they're like kind of musical. Maybe they want to be a singer when they grow up. So that was the idea behind this room. I imagine like an older teen, you know, maybe moving, maybe going to university soon or something. But yeah, and then you can see the bathroom there. I have finished it, and it's pretty much the same as the one downstairs, just different size and some different items. And this one is the nursery. I went with a green color theme, and then I put this dresser here and lifted up a seat, which is kind of like, I imagine like the changing table or something. And then I add some like a chair or two and one bookcase, so you can kind of read to the baby, sit there and, you know, spend time together. Not really, but you can imagine you're doing that. Or maybe your sim can just read there, want to hang out in the same room as the baby does. So yeah, it's a pretty simple room, nothing extraordinary, but I think it's quite cute. It turned out, I will add some art there later. And then I went on to the playroom. There's this, I didn't add a chair to this like science-y kind of table because I think it's a fire hazard. I think I've used it once during gameplay and my house set on fire. I didn't know it needed like the fire alarm somewhere near it, and it set a fire, and I think most of my house just burned down. So I don't like to use it personally, so I didn't add a chair there so you don't get any nasty surprises with fires. But if you want to use it, just add a chair for the kids and you should be able to work it, but I do recommend watching out for fires. And yeah, then I moved on to the backyard. It's pretty much the flowers and everything are pretty much the same as the front yard. I do some terrain painting and add some trees, you know, make a space for the kids to lounge and play. So yeah, I also add the balloon thing, water balloon bucket, which I think it's kind of fun to play with it. You can get more sims, you know, to do something together as a family. And I also add the cooler. I don't think I've ever actually used it. It doesn't work just like a fridge, or what does it do? Does it do anything different? But I did add that anyway. I think it looked good next to the bucket. It looked like they actually do something on the backyard. So yeah, I had some weird glitches when I lifted up the foundation. I was gonna say fountain. Foundation, and I cut it out, but then I was placing the lounge chairs and they actually lifted up to the second floor even though I was on the bottom floor. I don't know what happened, and then after I, you know, messed with it for a while, then it just stopped. I don't think I even did anything, so I don't know what happened there. Oh, and I do add this one. I know it's for toddlers and we don't actually have a toddler room in this house. I just thought of it now. But, you know, the baby will grow up eventually if you have aging on, so... And it looks nice. I never add that onto the backyards because I think it's very colorful. But this one, it was supposed to be colorful, so I think it worked here. So, yeah, it seems I've kind of had a schedule. It's been like 4 days and 4 days that I've been uploading. I will probably upload more this week or the next week. I have 2 builds done and 2 videos, but I have to edit them. So yeah, I add a few other things here. Check out lilsimsie's channel. She has a YouTube channel. I think, you know, everybody knows her, and she also streams on Twitch. And yeah, so thank you for watching. It's good to see you again. If you like this, please subscribe, press like, and I'll see you soon. Bye!